For the reasons given in the opinion, in which we all concur, we have concluded that none of the grounds of appeal is well-founded. The appeal will accordingly be refused.
Well, as the judge has said, the appeal points were unfounded. There are many scenarios or possibilities that were broadcast by the defense that were considered by the trial court, as well as at least some of them by this appeal court. And possibilities without proof do not make for evidence in a court of law. Clearly, I think the U.S. policy has now been vindicated, first with respect to accusing these people of the bombing, and secondly, through the UN imposing sanctions on Libya, as well as the conditions that they now have for removing those sanctions.
In accordance with normal practice, when the decision in a
Well, I'm very happy that the verdict was upheld, that the original verdict was upheld. At least we have one of them, and Megrahi is important because he's a member of the Libyan intelligence service, which is tied directly to Gaddafi. So I'm glad that he's going to be in jail. Exactly what we've been trying to do, because we want this government to stay firm and not vote to lift those sanctions at the UN until Gaddafi meets every one of the UN resolutions. He must accept responsibility for this. And that means he must accept responsibility for what he did and what his officials did. And there's no negotiating that. And it means that he must prove that his country has renounced terrorism. And for me, that means that the U.S. should certify, yes, this is so, and this is what he's done. We think it needs to be on paper. And the other part of it is he must pay compensation to the families.
And it's a criminal act that, that they've perpetrated. We can't forget that fact. We can't gloss it over and say, oh, well, it's over, now it's time to move on and, you know, soften our stance toward Gaddafi. He's really got to be held responsible for this. You know. And it's going to send, what we do now is going to send a very strong message to terrorists around the world. And that's very strengthening, too. It's probably what's kept me strong through this whole thing. Not that I don't have my weak moments, you know.